If you have a take on the alignment system for Dungeons and Dragons that I think is inaccurate or I simply don't agree with, I'm not going to make a video reacting to you, and I'm not going to get angry or say anything degrading to you or about you over the issue. Oh, and if you're willing to unsubscribe from a YouTuber because they have an opinion about the alignment system for Dungeons and Dragons that you don't agree with, I would ask that you do not subscribe to my channel either. First, I think it would be so obviously petty that I would assume people would look down on me for doing it. And then I think it would show something else I wouldn't want people to realize, that I must be desperate for content if I'm going to go after somebody in the tabletop role-playing game hobby online for simply having an opinion about the alignment system for Dungeons and Dragons that I don't agree with. I am also not going to spend years making shit up about that person so I can dismiss them and what they're saying. I'm not going to take every action and every word and spin it into something negative. I'm not going to go out there and paint a false picture of another human being because I disagree with him about a take he has about a role-playing game. I'm not going to make endless videos about him, either saying his name or implying something related to him. I'm not going to make every second comment where I have to bring him up even if I don't say his name directly or imply something about him. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go insane. I'm not going to go on endless streams and use that guy as content so I can grow online. I'm not going to do all that and then years later be so far into my bullshit that I really can't turn it around. I have to get him to let it go because I publicly don't want to admit how many lies I've told. That I've painted a complete false picture of this human being. I wouldn't want to have to admit that, so I have to get him to sort of let it go. Hey man, that was in the past. Can't we move on? You know what? You know what I'll do if I hear this guy say something I disagree with? I might leave a comment under his video saying how I don't agree with it. I'm not going to get really angry. I'm going to then leave that and not think about it anymore. And if that guy puts out another video, I'm not going to be mad at him for the previous one. I'll just check that out. I'll be completely neutral to the entire thing. And in all honesty, if it ever got so bad that I needed to attack him to grow online, to have content in any way, I'd stop doing YouTube. If what I bring to the table isn't good enough to get me a following, what am I going to do? Attack people? And then at what point somebody, one point somebody calls me up and says, here man, you built up a following. Do you want to join us? And then I join them, but the only reason I built up the following wasn't because of what I say, it's because I'm attacking someone. Right? So when I get there, I'm going to disappoint a lot of people. They're going to be like, oh man, we thought something else here. You have a pretty large following. I'm like, yeah, I didn't do it based on my charisma. I did it on attacking people. If I'm going to get to the top, I want to do it based on what I say. So I know I belong there. When somebody calls me up, I can deliver. I don't show up fake. You know what I hope would happen if I did do that to somebody? That people would call me out, that the audience would turn on me, other YouTubers would be opposed to what I'm doing, and when they would call it out for how obviously horrible it is, and how obvious I'm being in my attacks. I don't even hide it. Imagine I'm just being open going after this guy, hoping the audience supports me and other people support me. And how bad would it be if I'm treating this guy this way, mistreating this guy, and suddenly the audience is supporting me and so are other YouTubers? I mean, how sad would that be if you find out pretty much the audience has adjusted to this because, well, they have issues because of the nonsense that goes on, and the other YouTubers, well, they want to be able to justify similar type of petty content. So they're going to say okay to this, even when they shouldn't. And you're looking at the audience and them confused because they're an absolute disgrace as they look at you, ready to support you attacking someone over a simple fucking opinion about a game. And they're ready to support every lie you tell. You go tell them a lie about that guy, it's obviously not true, or at least something you can't just prove is true. You say it, next thing you know, you get a little crowd helping you spread that lie around. This is true about this guy as we all attack him together. It's not just me. I started. Next thing you know, there's streams going on about the guy. I got support. I'm going on the streams with the people. We're all attacking, painting a false picture. We do that forever. All because a guy had an opinion about a tabletop role-playing game that we don't agree with, so it's okay to do that to him? Well, I've seen it done. And I see it done to other people in similar ways. Maybe not as harsh as it has been done to me. But when I see it, I know it because I felt it. I've had first-hand experience with the petty anger that comes from people in the tabletop role-playing game hobby. I have no inkling to attack somebody over a simple opinion about a game. And it amazes me that that is a thing, and that more people support it than are against it in the part of the tabletop role-playing game hobby where I see this happening. More people support this rotten behavior than oppose it. I think it's an absolute fucking disgrace. I don't care what group you are, what hobby, whatever. If you behave this way over some simple opinion, you destroy somebody, you go after them, character assassination over a simple opinion, and you layer on things, you make things up and paint a false picture. It's awful what you do to human beings over simple opinions about games. It should never be dangerous for somebody to get on YouTube, say some simple opinion about a tabletop role-playing game. They shouldn't have to worry that people will sabotage them, attack them, do character assassination, spread endless lies. No human being who's simply stating a very basic opinion about a tabletop role-playing game should ever have to worry about that. But there is a part of the tabletop role-playing game hobby where it is dangerous to say that. You will face threats. You'll have people mess with what you're doing. You'll have people go way over the line of what's acceptable. And when they do it, they'll act like their actions are innocent. They'll say you're a locale, like they're really not upset with you or doing anything wrong. They're just having a good laugh. But they know exactly what they're doing. Trust me on that. They know exactly what they're doing. Character assassination isn't something ha-ha. Especially when you know what they're doing directly affects you with that audience. So if you're around the tabletop role-playing game hobby and you're going after that audience in their circle, they can crucify you with those people. And they will. I'm only glad that these people don't have a reach outside of their own echo chamber and bubble. But it is a shame to see them go after people over simple fucking opinions. It just seems to never end. It seems to never end. Right? So much conflict. All because they're desperate for content. It's just all pettiness and deceit. And what's sad is the majority in that part of the hobby support the most pettiest, most disgraceful behavior you'll see anywhere in the tabletop role-playing game hobby. The part I'm talking about is the worst part of the entire hobby. It is the worst. And everyone pretty much knows who I'm talking about, so I don't even need to say it out loud. It's a disgrace. Anyway, I love you. For now, take care.